Yo, what is going on? I come here to bring you the next installment on Building the MOCs. Now, as you can see, we have some 327th Star Corps right in front of us. These are going to be the main faction, the main people in this MOC. I haven't decided if I want Bly in it or not. He probably won't be in it, but these 5 will. Now, real quick, normally I'm not real big on custom minifigs. I like to think that I'm a Lego purist, but these are Clone Army Customs helmets and the minifig company 327th bodies. Same thing with Bly, Clone Army Customs, pauldron, comma, helmet, and the macro visors, and then the torso is from the minifig company. These guys I got in a future project that we'll know in the future whenever that'll be. But for right now, they're going to be in this MOC. And real quick overview, this is going to be the largest mini MOC I've made. This arguably can be considered a MOC. But it is 64. Oh, there we go. 64 by 64. 4 gray. Oh my gosh. 4 green base plates. So, without further ado, let's get right on into building. I know I forgot the time lapse in the last video, so I think we're going to jump into one right now. Time to go into detail on what I'm actually planning on building here. So obviously you saw me build these kind of like 3 little ponds here. This planet is known for kind of like a wetlands, jungly. That's kind of the vibe I'm gonna go for here. I do have 2 more little ponds over here planned out, but that's not what I wanted to talk about here. So as you see right here, I got this 16 by 16 kind of plated off, and that currently is just a placeholder. Because right after this, I'm going to jump right back into another time lapse of kind of going around this area here. But right here, I'm going to have a tower that's going to come up. I don't know how far it's going to come up. It's going to be a pretty decent height. It's going to be taller than the trees that I put here. And my plan is to have the trees cover the entire base plate so that when you look down on top of the MOC like that, you will only see the top of the tower and then tree leaves. And then you go underneath to kind of like minifig level and you'll be able to see underneath here. I'm trying to get like a super jungly, super dense kind of vibe going on. Now for the tower here, I've seen this technique done where you could do, taking up kind of like this footprint right here, you can do a octagon, an actual octagon this time. Using like cheese slopes and brackets and pretty complex. But I'm going to try to do I don't know how tall the sections were. I got to watch the tutorial again, but I don't know. Maybe 2 or 3 sections tall. I don't know. I think they were like 8 studs long. I think it was like a 2x8 or something like that. It is a snot technique, but it takes up this footprint here, this octagon piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip this up right here. I'm going to put that kind of where I want it, kind of off center in the quadrant number 2. And go from there. So I think we're going to jump right back into a time lapse. You're going to see me kind of get that sort of ready and finish the rest of the terrain here. So we'll no longer see the base plate. It'll all kind of look like this. And as you guys know, this isn't the finished product. We still got to go back and greeble and add grass and all that. You know how I feel about my terrain. So let's get right back on into that.
as you can see, I did get a little gung-ho, and I did do actually quite a bit, kind of off the time lapse, which I know isn't too out of character for me. But we did finish this section here. We did get this little hill in. Now, keep in mind, this is without the greebling. This is without the grass terrain and all that. That still needs some work. Obviously, I got to finish this dirt patch leading up to the tower. But this tower right here is the main thing I want to talk about. So this technique here, I did see from JK Brickworks. I can drop the kind of like the tutorial in the description if you guys want, so that you can see how this is built. But it's not completely together yet. I am missing a couple pieces. I did get a bricklink order in to do a little bit of this. I placed 2. One of them came in, the smaller of the 2. But as you can see, this is the first section. It is going to be 3 sections tall. I do have a 2x16 back here. I'm going to take this off so you guys can kind of see how this is built here. So it kind of, if you look inside, it utilizes those, I don't know, 8-bar, like octagon 2x2 pieces. Kind of holds everything together. If we look down here, you can see there's like clips holding these sections up, brackets holding these sections up. This is a 2x16 piece here, so this is 2 sections tall. I do have the this is going to be a droid tower. So I have a droid, a B1, and my 327th here, kind of for scale. And just so you guys can get a height reference, I have an uncompleted piece here, but we're going to put that right on top of there. And you can kind of see how tall, let me get a little side shot here. You can kind of see how tall the base of the tower is going to be. And then obviously on top, I'm going to do like a snot circle, and then you're going to have like the base that's on top of that with like the droids and stuff. Now, it is a little disappointing that you won't have access to the inside. As you see, I kind of tried to make a door. I used some dark bluish gray brackets and that. And obviously it's a little small, but not a whole lot you can do because those are cheese slopes right there. So I tried to give the best illusion of a door as I could. And then the tower is going to go up. And then the next update you see will probably be the completed tower. And then I'll probably have some trees laid out. I was kind of mentally mapping them out in my head. Got to look at that beautiful broken reddish brown piece, typical. But I kind of mentally laid out, I think it was like 7 or 8 trees that I'm going to put on here to get the full coverage that I wanted. So next update will probably be finished tower and the trees getting built. So let's dive right on into that. All right, so here it is. This is going to be the last update that you guys see. The very next thing you'll see will be the cinematic of this in, well, next week. So I did do a little bit more than the 7 trees. I think there's 10 here. Some of them are this like a single layer of branches. Some of them are this double layer of branches. As you see, I've already gotten some of the vegetation done. We got a little pathway here leading up to the base of this tower, the pillar. Man, this thing, I really love, what is it? Medium nougat. I remember it was called medium dark flesh. Love that color. Those are obviously not going to be there, and the minifigs aren't in the normal or where they're going to be at. It's just kind of there for size reference, as you see, is the height of that tower. Up here, I just have the roof kind of sitting. We got it kind of mounted on here. It's kind of friction fitted, snot techniqued into place. It worked out almost perfectly, and it fits on there lovely. We got 8 walls, so an octagon. Obviously, we got the viewing walls, and then there's going to be stuff on these walls on the insides. Obviously, with the droids are going to be hanging out. A little control tower. And then going to do some greebling here on the roof. Here's kind of the technique that I used for that.
And I might change up how the things are mounted on here, but for the most part, that's kind of what the final product's going to look like. This thing's going to be absolutely covered with leaves, covered with, you know, what they like to call makeup, the 3-stem grass pieces. I mean, this is going to look like a jungle. I'm actually fired up. So, well, we'll get right into that outro, and then you guys will see this in 1 week. Alrighty, guys. So that was the last and final update of building Abraxin. It really isn't much else to say, so I don't even know why I did this outro, but tune in for next week. So 7 days right after this video will be the cinematic of this mock, and then I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Have yourselves a very nice day.